Welcome back from electronic bingo in Alabama to Charlie Sheen's latest disclosure. Joining us this morning to break down the latest entertainment news is Birmingham attorney Michael Clark from Second Row Law. And thanks so much for joining us again.
Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you on. Okay, we're going to start with Charlie Sheen.
All right.
A lot coming out this week when he made public that he is HIV positive, and he was given that diagnosis 4 years ago. And he says that he disclosed this information to his partners, but could they still take legal action to hold him liable if they are diagnosed?
Absolutely. Even if they're not diagnosed, they can still hold them liable. I believe there's about 36 states that have HIV laws in place right now, and California is one, which is probably where a lot of his partners are and where he currently lives. But yeah, they definitely have a good case against him, even if he told them, he exposed them. Even if they didn't get it, there's still exposure, which that's the main part of the law. So.
Now, is this a criminal type of case or civil?
This would be criminal.
Okay.
There's still civil repercussions, but that's only if he has done that within the past, 30 days to where they're not sure yet if they're HIV positive or not. So that'd be the emotional distress and negligence would come in there. But anybody from the past doesn't really have a civil case. It's more criminal now for most of them.
Gotcha, makes sense. Okay, we're going to turn now to electronic bingo in the state. This has been an ongoing controversy for several years now, and there has been some confusion regarding the state's stance on electronic bingo just recently. The governor released an executive order for the local officials to decide the legality in their county. And Victoryland and Macon County, of course, they've announced that they will reopen at some point in the future. Those words coming from Milton McGregor there. And illegally back in the summer, a Montgomery judge ordered the state to give back the bingo machines that were confiscated during a raid, and now Attorney General Luther Strange is appealing that ruling. So there's a lot of players in this, but does Strange actually have a case in this?
Strange has a case in it, but with the Alabama Supreme Court put a stay on that county ruling, allowing them to get their machines back. But Strange has, could possibly have an argument against it, but the fact that Bentley put in an executive order saying that this is up to the local sheriffs and the district attorney of the county, and that kind of puts the attorney general out of the equation to where it's more put up to those more local people to decide that. But I mean, all they're trying to get back is their machines, which are probably out of date anyway, so they're going to get new ones, so they should probably be open by the end of the year.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll definitely be watching that because, like I said, it's been an ongoing issue in this state, that's for sure. Okay, Uber in Birmingham. We could be getting Uber here in the Magic City, and Birmingham could have that ride-sharing service by Christmas, we're hearing, and that according to the City Council President Jonathan Austin at a council meeting this week. However, there's been some controversy over bringing Uber to Birmingham due to the threat of various assaults that have occurred across the nation. What's the responsibility of the council to ensure safety for passengers before granting a license?
And that's the big discussion right now is there's 3 different topics that they're really trying to get through to where we can have Uber. And that one of them comes with background checks. It's got to be a lot more difficult to get, a license to be able to do this. And then the permitting, which all goes to the background checks and having the correct credentials to be it. Then also insurance, and that's another big deal because most people's car insurance do not provide liability if they're driving commercially. So there'd be a lot of uninsured motorists on the road if this comes through. But obviously another big thing is making sure there's background checks, that these are legit people driving that don't have, a pretty bad criminal history or anything like that.
Yeah, for sure. It seems to be a little looser in how they are doing those background checks or something, though. We've had so many problems, websites revealing and news revealing just hundreds of different assaults across the country. What do you think direction this is going to take ultimately?
I think they're going to do a good job of our council members to make sure that they step up these background checks so they're not just very, not in depth, I guess. They need to be much more in depth than they were in the past, and just make sure that there's nobody who has a bad, drinking and driving history or have a lot of criminal assault, anything like that to where they would not be fit for driving around people, around our town.
Sure. Okay, tell us where people can find out more information if they need your services.
Absolutely. www.secondrowlaw.com. Get on there, and if you need any help, we have where you can have a little inquiry there, and we'll help you out.
Awesome. Michael Clark from Second Row Law. We appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for coming.
Appreciate it.